So right now we're gonna do our XSS and MySQL file lab. So for this one, it details the exploitation of a cross-site scripting in a PHP-based website and how an attacker can use it to gain to the administration pages. Then using his access, the attacker will be able to gain the code execution on the server using SQL injections. So it's divided in two steps. First, detection and exploitation of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, and then access to the administration pages. So firstly, for detection, um, to detect trivial cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, the easiest way to attack is a lack of encoding in values echoed back in the page. For example, we can use the following command. Uh, that is commonly used in the HTML characters, which be this. If these characters don't get properly encoded, we may able to write our own HTML JavaScript and get it to be rendered in the victim's browser. We can also add a marker to easily find our payload in the page. So we're gonna go here, for example. We're gonna put a random title and an author, which would be hacking by the hacker. And we should put the command that's on the right side of the screen. And we submit the query. So we see that here it's commented, so we can know that it let us run our payload. So now we're gonna add another script. So now moving on forward to our exploitation part, um, we are gonna add this little script right here, which is the same one as here. We're also gonna run a simple server in Python. Um, this right here would be the attacker's IP address, would be the machine I'm using right now. So we're gonna hit enter on the simple HTTP server, and now we're gonna submit our query. We're gonna check right here. As you see, we get the return every minute or so. I waited for a little while, but as you can see, we get the PHP SCSSID and all the information right here. This runs every minute, so every minute we'll get a different cookie, as you can see right here. So now we're gonna go ahead and copy this session ID. So we've copied it. Now we're gonna add a new cookie, would be PHP sesh ID, and we're gonna paste it, save it. We have it right here. And we're gonna click on admin, and as you see, we have bypassed um, the security, and by stealing that PHP session ID, and we're inside. So right now we're gonna try to skip the query that's been done. So yep, as you can see, we get the absolute path in which everything is stored. And now we're gonna try to inject an SQL payload. So we go to the URL, we add the encoded payload that we want to add. It did not work properly, so I'm gonna give it a second look. So it seems I was missing a 0 right there, but now we're gonna hit enter and see. Well, yeah, it worked now. So now we're gonna head and try to get the user information using this other function right here. So see, we get the user information root at localhost. So now we're gonna try to add a file into the payload. So, well, I already executed it, but I'm gonna do it again for the sake of the video. So we add this payload right here. It includes this file that would be evil.php. So we hit enter. It says there's a warning, but if we go here and just copy the IP address, paste it, /css / we'll see our evil.php file has been included into the system. Now we're gonna add another file. So we're gonna add the web shell PHP file. Let me check everything's correct. So here in the payload you see PHP system get, and there's the no file web shell. So we hit enter. Same warning, but if we go into the CSS part, we'll see the web shell PHP file has been added. So now we're gonna try to access some concatenated information in the password files. So we put this in the payload, and we would get the concatenated information that we want. Oh, let me check real quick. And that will conclude our XSS and MySQL file part of the lab.